For the past 5 years in Cameroon, illegal ape trafficking has been taking a deadly toll on the country's wildlife. The bushmeat and ape limb trade is rising, and conservationists are struggling to crack down on poaching syndicates. CGTN's Jarvis takes a look at the scale of the issue. We do want to remind you that some of the following images may be disturbing.
Shufai lost his arm due to illegal trafficking. He was rescued as an infant from a village in Cameroon, where he had been shot, tied to a bed and tormented. His mother was killed for bushmeat. Despite it being illegal, gorilla meat remains a delicacy in the country. Abdoulaye Babali has been working with Shufai at Parc de la Mefu Rehabilitation Centre for over 5 years. The sanctuary cares for over 400 primates.
I met Shufai here when he was a baby. When he came here, he had bullets in his arm and head. He was suffering a lot, and we had to amputate his hand and keep him in isolation so that he could rehabilitate. After that, we put him with the other animals, where he adapted. Everyone accepted him as a friend. We put him within the enclosure, and they lived together without any problems.
But Shufai's story is one all too common for those who are taking on the traffickers. Parc de la Mefu say they receive 1 to 2 gorilla trafficking cases a month. And that's a huge number for a species that stands as critically endangered.
Bushmeat trade in apes is really common, especially in the Grand South of Cameroon. I'm talking of the central region, the south region, and the east region of Cameroon. This also goes around the belief of the people. Most of them believe that there are some powers or that you may have when you eat this meat. And also, some people also think that your status in the society is because you're a big man, you can eat this type of meat.
Ape trafficking is a lucrative business in this region, and independent wildlife investigators are working on exposing complex syndicates that they believe connect to those at the very top.
These are people can generate dozens and dozens of millions of dollars in the illegal trade in this country. Then you start looking at very high levels of connection within the state structures, because you will not be able to do that successfully without having the necessary connections. So it starts from the bottom and rises up through the state structures right up to the top. We are talking about high-level state officials involved here.
Sanctuaries have dabbled with the idea of relocating great apes to larger conservancies to encourage reproduction and reintroduction into the wild. But internal interests are getting in the way of any development. It means that these great apes will continue to be held here until progress is made. Although conservancies like Parc de la Mefu do offer a safe haven for trafficked apes, they are a far cry from life in the wild. And so far, the majority of relocations have been largely unsuccessful. As the bushmeat trafficking continues to grow in Cameroon, many conservationists are concerned that time could well be running out. Jarvis for CGTN in Yaoundé, Cameroon.